So now we're going to step back and look at some ancient thoughts about energy, because modern science is telling us that we are impacting energy. Physicists are telling us we are impacting energy on an atomic, molecular, quantum level. The ancients already knew this. 4,000 years ago, the Vedas were starting to be collected. They are ancient Hindu texts. Now, I've studied them slightly. I am not a Vedic expert or a Hindu or a Buddhist expert, by no means. But one of the cool things is that we can find the same information in these texts, these ancient Vedas. We can find the same information in Chinese texts of the Tao. We can find them in the writings of Confucius. We can find them in ancient Sumerian texts. We can find them also in Mayan texts and in Native American writings. So what is it that we find in all of these ancient texts? We find oneness. We find references over and over again throughout the written history of humankind to the metaphysical, creative energy that connects all of us and connects us with Source. Now, that name for that Source is different in all of the spiritual writings. It's different. But the Source is the same. It's like, I love to quote Shakespeare, a rose by any other name is still a rose. Whatever we call that source, it's the same source for all of us. It is that universal energy. We can impact and affect the world around us because we are a part of that divine energy source. That's another one of Unity's basic principles. God is universal. And because we are the children of God, the offspring, the connections to God, we also have that divine nature in us. So if we have that divine nature, we can impact the energy too. The Bhagavad Gita is the most well-known and revered source book about Vedic textures, Vedic literature of ancient Asia. And it introduces the idea of these energy systems of the body and how we can change them with our thoughts. So I found a wonderful discussion of this in the writings of Dr. Korada Subramaniam. Veda means collected knowledge, so these ancient texts have collected together this information. It's considered the most ancient literature for humans that we know of. The Vedas are considered as being given by divine mind. They're beginningless, endless, indestructible. Divine mind in Hinduism is known as Brahma. Ancient Hindu and Buddhist beliefs, along with ancient Kabbalistic beliefs, were part of what was known in the Middle East at the time of Jesus.